Alright guys, so here's one of the blanks from the last video I showed you. I'm going to paint this up and give it away as part of my 500 subscriber giveaway. I really am, like, this looks like a shad or a carp or something, the body shape, but we've already done carp on here and we've done a couple shad patterns in the past. So I'm actually going to paint this to something that I know will get bit in my area. We're going to use this and make it a smallmouth bass. So stick with me here while we get some paint slapped on this guy, and yeah, stay tuned. First mixture of the day is always going to be Bouncing Clear and our golden titanium white. Alright, so going ahead and hit her there. There we go. Focus does not want to work on this guy. Got our pearl satin gold from Createx. We're gonna go ahead and lay that down over most of it. We'll leave a little bit of the belly exposed. Back joint a little better situated there. Trying to make sure I get you focus. Leave that bottom there about the same on both sides. I'm out of gold, but that's close enough. We'll call her close enough there. You want to have a little bit of a white belly on this guy. Okay, so this doesn't really look as dark as it is in the camera, but I assure you it's plenty dark. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit of brown details to darken this up, but first we gotta dry this, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm gonna take some we got burnt umber, wicked detail, burnt umber, and then we always add our detail sepia. I'm almost out of it, can't focus on it, but do that. A little bit of Bouncing Clear and a little bit of reducer. We're just gonna go ahead and get some brown colors in this guy. Oh, there we go. Gotta clean my needle off. Hold on one second. Spraying kind of sporadic here. So, getting a little bit of a fade there. So, some like so. We got a little bit less of a fade on this side, so we'll do that. Something like so. A little bit darker than I would like, but we're getting the point across with how it is. Got our brown to gold to white, brown to gold to white, and then the bottom is kind of nasty looking here, but that's okay. If you look at smallmouth, they have a weird like color change there. It's not a very gradual one. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're going to do some stencil work to get our bars and marks on this guy, and then we'll come through and detail it all. It'll make this color transition a little bit nicer on the eyes and make it look more like a smallmouth there. Okay, so the whole idea with the stencil, I've got this flat one, and then you have the stencil to sit over top of it. This isn't a very good representation, but so once you set your stencil in the right spot, you do it like that. You clamp her down. You can kind of see around here where I've clamped it before. and then you can do your stencil with these. So let me grab some little clamps here. We're gonna get this stencil set up. I use my eye hole to align where everything's going to be at. Right there. Oh, messed it up a little bit. That's okay. Not a very good look for you guys, but it's gonna have to work for me. And turn this pressure extremely low because of this. The paint I'm going to be using here is not very thick, so I'm going to use this to help prop me up here. We're going to have to go over this a few times. Like I said, this paint's not very thick. Alright, so let's see what... Here, point this back up. Let's see what came of that. If it was worth it, or if I'm going to have to start from scratch. Nope, stuck in a couple places. That's not good. But look at that, looking like a smallmouth. I like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side there. We're gonna make sure we dry this up really good on both ends, but we'll come back to you with our finished product. So drop it on the ground. All right, we got the stencils off. Check that guy out, looking like a freaking smallmouth. So we do have quite a bit of contrast between the dark and the light, so I'm going to go ahead and just cover this thing in detail sepia, so it should kind of bring that contrast to a minimum. It also will help me to hide those little blemishes I did. Well, gotta already refill that sepia as it's pretty much just the ink at this point, but I'm really liking how this one's coming out. Like that. I'm really liking that pattern there. Cool deal. So, yeah, it's coming out really good. Let's slap some, well, first, let's dry this sucker. How about that? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just darken up the eyes a little bit there around them with this. Like I said, this stuff's pretty much water. But it will give those eyes a nice 3D effect once we have the eyes in there. Yeah, I'm really liking how this bait's coming out. So, next thing we need to do, let's glue some eyes in it. Okay, so got our red eyes, red eye there. We dab some super glue on there. We're just gonna stick her on. Make sure not to touch the metal of the tweezers on the bait. That is very, very important. That will just scratch up our handiwork we just spent time to do, right? Okay, I'm gonna grab another eyeball with my tweezers here. Just like so. Oh, when that happens, it's okay. We'll just redo her. Push them into place, and there you go. Now I'm not going to do it on camera, but I'm going to paint the little wings of this guy. We're going to paint the tail. We'll get a clear coat, and then hopefully by the next time you see me, this bait will be finished and ready to go to one of you guys.